Welcome in, my friend. Loving the plaid. Where are you going to be watching these games?
I'll be watching it at the ground itself. I'll be at the Etihad, courtesy of CBS, and I'll be bringing you updates before and after the game as well. I can't wait for it. I know we talk about huge games, but in terms of this title race, which has been the best we've had for at least 10 years with 3 real contenders in it, this is a huge game, absolutely huge game, and the ramifications for all the winners or the losers cannot be underestimated.
Who are you giving the edge to then for Man City Arsenal?
Well, I don't want to send Alexis into meltdown. I know he's already quivering in his shoes. I think, look, going into this game, I can see why both sides have confidence, and you can make a case for both sides as well. But when you look at Manchester City, I think we always think of them, because they are going for their 4th title win on the trot. They'd be the first to do so. Are there any chinks in their armour whatsoever? Well, I mean, I was extremely surprised when I was having a little look at things today. Manchester City have not beaten a top 5 side this season, which I was staggered by. So there's perhaps a little bit of hope there. They are conceding more chances than they have done in the past. So they are perhaps, if you like, there is an air of, you'd be completely daft to say vulnerability about them, but they maybe are not the machine they were previously. Having said all of that, they're on this incredible run right now, 13 games in the Premier League. They are the form team, you've got to say. And in terms of their home form, I think they're 38 games unbeaten, which is absolutely staggering. So it's going to be a fascinating matchup. And what I'm interested to know from you guys is how you think it will be won or lost. Where will this be won and lost? Will it be in the wide areas? Will it be who comes out on top between Rice and Rodri? Or is it about Saliba and Haaland? There are so many fascinating tactical duels all over the pitch. I think it's going to be an absolutely superb game. And what I'm also fascinated as well to see how Arsenal approach it. Because remember, this time last year, they went there, they got absolutely battered, 4-1. That was the end of their title, really. But I think this is a very different Arsenal team this season. They're scoring goals, but they're not conceding as many. So I think Arsenal will go there with more belief than they have had in many, many years. I don't think they've won there for 8 years. So I think their belief is higher, but I don't think they go there. Well, their fans certainly won't go there expecting to win. I just think they've got more hope this time, more belief.
I mean, personally, for me, I think that midfield battle that you mentioned, Charlie mentioned it as well, Rodri versus Rice, it's going to be all of it. Now, I wonder who else will be alongside Rice.
The difference makers of those moments of brilliance, sometimes when the matches are when 2 big teams are pitted against each other and you need someone to unlock it, it's that moment of supreme brilliance. And both teams have those wide players also. That, I agree with that battle, but Foden, or Saka can have those moments that just define the season.
Odegaard, hopefully.
Odegaard.
De Bruyne, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, for me, hopefully awesome. It falls on the away side. But I guess my question for you, Geoff, is which team do you think is going to have a larger change or shift from their typical tactics or the typical way they play?
Well, Alexis, it's nigh on impossible to predict what Pep's tactics will be on the day, because also, it depends if Stones is fit, depends if Walker is fit. We should find that out relatively soon. I think also, you look back to the game in October as well, I think a lot of this depends on how much Arsenal press, how much they try and harry Manchester City, because that's potentially when you can unsettle them. You don't want Manchester City to play, if you're Arsenal, you don't want them to dictate the game, if you like, but it's knowing when. Because also Manchester City, particularly if Ederson returns, and there is apparently a chance as well, they can bypass Arsenal's press with a longer type pass as well. So it's about the moments in the game, knowing when they should go, when they should shut Manchester City down, because I think there's some statistics as well that allude to you can get a great deal, well, not a great deal of joy, but you'll get some joy if you try and hit Manchester City on the break, on the counter-attack. if you like. But, again, you look at the quality Manchester City have all over the field as well. So they know each other so well, these sides. I think it would be difficult to pull anything completely different out of the hat. I think it'll be subtle. I think it'll be nuanced. And you talk about that midfield area as well, Charlie. For you, do you think Jorginho is the right person for Sunday? Because he does change it around. If it's Jorginho, Rice and Odegaard as that midfield three, do you think that can do enough to disrupt them?
I do, Geoff, as long as Jorginho's not tasked with chasing people down, if he doesn't have to follow KDB around because Declan Rice ventures forward. So I think psychologically, though, this is the best place Arsenal have ever been going up against this recent Manchester City side. But I want to switch the point of attack here and look at this Liverpool-Brighton match, the match that's playing before this City-Arsenal match. A lot has been made of De Zerbi potentially going to Bayern Munich, potentially taking Liverpool after Klopp leaves. Where do you see Brighton coming into this game at Anfield, and can they get a result?
Well, they can, because Jurgen Klopp has yet to beat Roberto De Zerbi, hasn't he, in their 4 games that they've had. And also, it would be impossible, given the Xabi Alonso news as well, not to view this as Roberto De Zerbi's audition, if you like, his Anfield audition. The fact he's settled on the goalkeeper as well now, Verbruggen as well, because I think they have the record number of changes for a goalkeeper in the Premier League. That settled them down as well. And they do have an excellent record against Liverpool, home and away right now. So, look, if Liverpool avoid defeat, they will be top on Sunday ahead of the other game. Of course, they'll be they're going to want to win. They're going to hope they can post all 3 points. And that only adds, doesn't it, to the intensity of the whole weekend. It's just fantastic. But I think Liverpool fans going into this game will be wary of Brighton. They're just a little bit of a bogey team for them, aren't they?
That's going to be an awesome dynamic on Sunday, because for like half an hour, if Liverpool does win, they'll be top of the table, like adding a little bit extra spice to that Arsenal City game. I asked this question, Geoff, to Alexis and Charlie in the first segment. Do you believe that the loser of City Arsenal will go on to lose the Premier League title?
Do I believe? Well, okay, let's try and break it down. I think if Manchester City lose, the gap would be then 4 points, wouldn't it? Which is a lot to make up. But then there's some very, very difficult fixtures as well. I mean, Nico, if you look at the triangle, Liverpool, Manchester City and Arsenal in this season, this is the last of that. And Arsenal are the only team to have won one of those games. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll win the title. So, look, it'd be a massive dent psychologically, wouldn't it? I mean, if Arsenal win, Nico, I think they will come away from the Etihad. If they win, I think they will come away believing that they are going to win the title. I'd go that strong. Wow. I think they will really believe that they will win the... Doesn't mean they will, but I think they will believe they will win the title if they can win at the Etihad. If Manchester City win, it's slightly different because it's business as usual for them, isn't it? We've seen this so often. This is the time of year when Pep puts on the afterburners. This is when they slip into turbo mode. So I think they will feel, yep, that's a big, big game ticked off for us. Huge game ticked off. But doesn't mean they're going to. Honestly, I cannot pick one of the three. I can make a case for all three of them. All three of them. You could argue that Liverpool have the, if you like, the easier running. But as we all know, there's no such thing as easy in the Premier League at all. You know, easy running, they've got Brighton, who've tripped them up, coming up next up. So, honestly...
There's no easy, but there's easier, especially when John Stones and Kyle Walker are confirmed to be out. Whew.
You should have seen, while you were giving the answer, Geoff, our producer in our ear confirmed that Guardiola had confirmed that those two were out. And Charlie and Alexis were just fist-pumping in the air. Quietly fist-pumping.
Arsenal had to go there with holding in the background.
That is a massive boost for them, isn't it? So you think then about the pace of Martinelli and Saka. Now, Martinelli, he should be fit, but he is a player that can torment absolutely anybody. So Pep's going to have a reshuffle here, isn't he? I mean, John Stones as well, depending on where he played in the game, whether he was planned to be midfield or back in defence, another big question too. Arsenal, certainly in terms of injuries, look in better shape of the two sides. But Manchester City, they've got so much quality and so much depth. Honestly, I'm driving myself mad here because...
Going in circles. I've never seen you go in so many circles, Geoff. You're usually right on the nail, and you can't make your mind up.
No. But, Nico, I think that's the beauty of it. This is such a good title race, and we've got three outstanding teams. I say, Arsenal are a much improved team from last season. Manchester City, been there and done it. Liverpool, you cannot ignore the last dance factor with Jurgen Klopp. So I'm going to bravely stick my neck out and say it'll definitely be one of those three.